Good morning. Today's coffee, time to make the coffee. Today's coffee is Apple Crisp, and it's chilly out there. It's only 29 degrees, but it's going up to 38. I looked at all my little boxes this morning, my winter sewing boxes, and they're all covered with frost. I don't know. I don't hold out too much hope for all this stuff to grow, but hopefully I'll be pleasantly surprised. So did everybody spring ahead this morning? It's daylight savings time. So the days are getting longer. That's a good thing. And I hope everybody is doing well. I have to do some more planting today, but first I have to see if any more of my little seeds have sprouted. I'm starting to plant them a little earlier and not let them go so long, because I think they get past a point of no return where their little roots are just damaged in the process. So I don't want to do that. I want to get it at the right time. And gardening is a lot about timing. In fact, it's pretty much all about timing. The soil temperature has to be right. The daylight conditions has to be right. So it takes a lot of patience. You can't hurry it along. So I am curious to see how this winter sowing is going to work. And if it doesn't work, I'm out the cost of some seeds and some soil. The soil I can reuse in my garden. So that'll get dumped in the garden, and the seeds are not that expensive yet, although they're getting there. When I was looking for some seeds on Amazon, most of the packets were like close to $5, like everything else. So I was watching a YouTube channel about creating your own seed bank. And what he did was he put all the seeds in a mason jar along with an oxygen absorber, closed it up, didn't even have to be, sealed, and stuck it in his fridge. And he said seeds will last forever if you do that. So I don't know, I haven't tried it, but I thought I'd pass that along. So let's try the coffee this morning. Apple Crisp. Cheers. Okay, not bad. It's good. Of course, when you put as much chocolate creamer in your coffee as I do, you pretty much taste chocolate creamer, which is fine. I only have 1 cup a day mostly. Once in a while I'll have a cup in the afternoon, but usually by then I switch over to tea, and I like having warm beverages throughout the day, except for the summer. Then I like iced coffee and iced tea, but in the winter it warms me up. So I'm going to go take a look at my budget book, take a look at my starter, take a look at my seeds. And if you're interested in indoor gardening, watch a YouTube channel called AeroGarden Experiments. He grows all kinds of food in his indoor garden. It's really interesting to watch. And he usually shows the progression of how the seeds go. So it's not just, okay, I'm going to put this seed in this pod. He shows you how he harvests it and how it grows. It's one of my favorite channels. I really like watching it. Plus he has this really cool, I think it's an Indian accent. So it's fun listening to him talk. So alright, I'm going to drink my coffee and chill for a little bit, and then I'm going to get on with my day. Okay, yesterday was another no-spend day, and today I have to pay some bills, but they don't go into the no-spend. Those are things that I have to pay, so my no-spend is only extra things like groceries and anything I buy on Amazon, anything I buy at a discount store, retail store, anything that isn't counted as a bill. It doesn't include my apps for the TV, none of that stuff, because those are monthly bills that I pay all the time. So my no spend is just strictly things that I buy. So I already know Monday will be a spend day because I'm meeting a friend for brunch, but I'm hoping to finish out the weekend as a no spend. We'll see. As long as I have enough supplies to finish my planting. I'm trying to keep my gardening down on the low spend, but you know, if you have a garden, you have to spend some money, unless you're a master gardener and you make all your compost and you make all your fertilizer and you have containers that you've been using for years, which some people do, which I think is awesome, but you know, you have to store that stuff too, so. But I'm trying to keep it on the low spend this year. So we'll see how I do, because if my seeds don't produce what I'm hoping they will, I'll probably end up buying some flats of flowers, and I'll just end up buying my my starts, my peppers and tomatoes. But I will plant my greens. If they don't grow in the winter sowing, then I'll just plant them out when the frost is past, and they'll be later than what I would like, but that's the way it goes. So okay, I'm happy with this. Much better than last month, and much, much better than January. January I had a lot of spend days, but that's when, the middle of January is when I started keeping track. I know it looks like all of January I was tracking, but the first couple weeks of January I backtracked on that. So, but anyway, that's what I'm doing with my no spend, low spend, because this year I really want to get my bills paid down and move on, because it's a big chunk of money all the time going out that I could either save or use for things that I really, really want. And there isn't a whole lot that I want anymore. I mean, there's always things that you want, but I pretty much have everything I need. But, you know, life is also about getting things that you want. It's not always just about what you need, because, you know, you want to make your life pleasurable. So anyway, that's my no low spend so far. I'm happy with that, and we'll see how long I keep the momentum going. One of my viewers, Diana, was asking me which cleanser I use for my toilets, and it's not really a toilet bowl cleaner, but it works great, and it's this Dollar General cleaner with bleach. I use it to clean my kitchen sink, which is a composite, and I just spray it on, let it sit, and rinse it off. Works really well, and I get it at Dollar General. And then, since I'm here in my bathroom, this is the faucet that my son installed, and then this is the DIY soap dispenser I did. So I just painted it, and then I took a nail file and went over the edges, because this has a little bit of a gold edge to it. So I did the same thing. So just repurposing and reusing what I have. So I think that turned out pretty well. And it cost me just a couple pennies for the chalkboard paint, which I actually had. All right. Reuse what you have. Save money. Well, this morning for breakfast, I had a little bit of Irish soda bread left. This is the last of it. I have a little bit of brie cheese left. And I thought, well, you eat fruit with brie cheese. You know, you bake it with fruit. So I thought, why not try making a toasted cheese sandwich with brie cheese and Irish soda bread. So I don't know how this will taste, but I figured they might go well together. So that's what's for breakfast this morning. I'm trying to use up all my things in the fridge because I don't want to waste them, and I also don't want to buy new groceries right now. So use what you have. All right, let's give this a taste. Looks good. You could probably even put some jelly on here. Let me try it. That's actually pretty tasty. So using up the rest of the Irish soda bread, some of the brie cheese, and it's a good breakfast. Well, we haven't looked in my fridge in a long time, so let's take a look in there. I actually ended up putting some jelly on my sandwich, and it brought it up another level. It was really good. So, all right, let's see what's in my fridge. I have this little bit of yogurt. I'm going to make some more yogurt today. I have juice from my Meyer lemons. This one's older than this one, so I didn't put them together. I still have some sour cream I want to use up. Unless it's moldy, I got to take a look at that. I still have some of my zucchini pickle relish. I have a couple of jars of that. I have some of my homemade freezer jam that I was very happy. I found another one that was shoved to the back of the freezer. I've been putting that in my yogurt, and this is what I put on my sandwich today. I have some homemade yogurt cream cheese. I still have that pomegranate. I don't know, that might not be good anymore. I have some homemade pesto that I need to use up. In here I have cheese. I don't have a lot of cheese anymore. I have a little bit of this brie. And I still have some hummus and some vegan lunch meat. I have shredded cheeses, but no more sliced cheese other than the American. And that's good on everything. So down here, my daughter gave me some fresh eggs. And she has chickens called Easter eggers, and they lay those beautiful blue-green eggs. So all different colors. I'm so happy I have her to give me eggs. My grandson has some lasagna in there from his mom. I still have some homemade applesauce, homemade pickles, pickled veggies, and then produce-wise I have celery. I have a cabbage that I need to do something with. Have some peppers, the mini peppers, carrots, and I still have a couple of romaines. So maybe this week I'll make a soup with the cabbage, make some coleslaw. We'll see. Down here I still have some blood oranges, some tofu, a couple of apples, and some dried mushrooms. So still plenty of food to eat. And I want to cook all this down. I haven't gotten a flash food in a while because I want to use up some of these things that I have. So in the door, nothing much to speak about. Of course, my favorite, chocolate creamer. There's a little bit of this honey cinnamon. I like this in tea. Not so much in coffee, but it's good in tea. Down here I have some condiments and cooking wine. And down there I have some more condiments. So lots of things available to season with, to cook with. So that's what's in the refrigerator. And let's look in my freezer, which is well stocked. I still have ice cream, lots of butter that I bought around the holidays from Aldi's when it was on sale. I have some frozen cabbage there. I still have some vegan pepperoni. That was really good. And these are things that I bought on the last shop. My Meyer lemons that I ended up freezing. These tater rounds from Dollar Tree, which are not my favorite. They have a little bit of a kick to them, but I'll finish them. And down here I just have some soup fixings. I still have one garlic bread left from the holidays that needs to be eaten up. Lots of tofu. In here I have frozen fruits. Down here frozen veggies. In the door I have more chicken tenders. I have this Skinny Butcher. That was also a chicken-like product. I think of all the meats that I liked eating the best, chicken was probably the #1. So I'm happy that I found some chicken-like products that I like. So, a Beyond Burger. So I have lots to eat. And then, of course, I have my freezer outside yet. And I still have frozen food at my mom's that I'm slowly bringing home. And if you don't eat fish, these Gardein fishless fillets are really good. I like them. Okay, so that's what's in my refrigerator and freezer. And I'm not going to start posting that every day. It's just been a long time since we had a look in there, and I wanted to see what I had in there too that I can use up. All right, here are my hostas that I planted last week. They're doing very well. Those will be going outside as soon as the weather warms up. And here, these are starting to come up. Those are phlox, the purple phlox. So those will be going in my front yard, in my perennial garden. I still have 2 phlox here that haven't sprouted yet, but I leave a dome on them until they sprout, and then I take that off. This one should have another one coming up there, because there were 2, but I didn't want to leave it covered. So that's my hostas. They're doing very well. My little mini orchid is blooming. And that's the first time that one has bloomed since I bought it. And then this one has bloomed before, but it's going to bloom again. And the other two have never bloomed since I bought them. But those are my mini orchids, and they live here on this windowsill. They seem to like it. Then over here is where I put my starts, my tomatoes. So, and I keep those under a grow light. And then over here, this is an oxalis. Well, it says it's a perennial, but I don't think it's a perennial here where I live. But anyway, they're little tubers. I'm going to put this outside. And then here is my begonia that's turned into a hanging plant. It's lived here for at least a couple years. So, sorry for the bad lighting. And then I have some more peppers here. So that's where I'm going to try to grow some of this stuff. And then here is my Meyer lemon, which has managed to survive so far, but I see it's getting some leaves, so if it can make it another month or so, it's going to go outside. All right, there's my update on my plants. And then this is going to be my plant room. I have some indoor gardens here that I need to set up yet, and this room is a mess, so I need to clean it up. All right, there's my plant update. Today a viewer was asking me what skin products I use, so I thought since I'm already in my bathroom, I'll make a quick video. I use this Anew Duo Eye System. I've been using it for a very long time. And I do think it works to keep the dark circles away, and also the bags that you happen to develop under your eyes sometimes as you get older. So I use this every day. I use this niacinamide serum from Sanalis. I get this online at Amazon. I got this Perricone MD at Aldi's. Not Aldi's, Costco a little while back, but I think you can get this online too. Then this I also got at Costco, Super C plus retinol. It's by Strivectin, and it was on sale, so I bought that, and works nice. And in here, I just refilled this bottle, is this Essential Ultimate Facial Serum that you can also get online. You have to go to the Essential website. I don't think it's available on Amazon. It's a wholesale and lab, but they do sell to the public. So I put 2 drops of each, except for this. I put this on first. Then I put 2 drops of each, mix it up, and apply it to my face. So those are the skin products that I use and that I like. I used to use the Obagi system, which was awesome, but I can't afford that anymore, so now I use these things. All right, I hope that's helpful. Okay, just a quick update on my sourdough starter. It is starting to get active. So this is going to be the 3rd day of the raisins, and then tomorrow I'm supposed to take the raisins out, and then you're supposed to refrigerate it, which it's kind of like been refrigerated anyway. So I'm going to feed it one more time today, and I'm going to feed it a couple teaspoons. I'll give it 3 today. And this is just all-purpose flour. Now I've read too that the thinner the starter is, the more sour your sourdough bread will be. So it's okay if it's thin, but some people like a really thick starter. So like I said, this isn't an exact science. People make starters all kinds of ways. I always thought it was like exactly, oh, you gotta weigh this and weigh that, but apparently not. Alright, this is warm water, and I'm going to put a teaspoon in. Might need a little more, but this is actually a nice consistency. This is sort of the consistency my old starter was. It's kind of goopy. So I'm going to have to discard tomorrow. Discard some of this. So, well, that was a long process, but it hasn't been 2 weeks yet. It's been about 12 days, I would say. And a starter can take quite a while to get going. But you can see it gets bubbles as I stir it up. So you want to get some action going there. And I think that's enough water. I don't really need it any thinner. So I've just been keeping this in my old microwave, and not that it's warm in there because I can't turn the light on because it's just not working. They say it's okay if you've got lumps in there, so okay. But this is the consistency that I have. It's like a really thick pancake syrup. So we'll see, and apparently it'll be ready to bake with once it doubles in size. Once you take it to room temperature, feed it, and it doubles in size within 5 or 6 hours, then it's ready to bake with. And I also found out that you want to get it while it's still risen. You don't want it to rise and fall and then bake with it, because the stage where it leavens or rises your bread is when it's actually in the rising phase. And I did not know that before. Okay, well, there it is. So back to resting it goes, and we'll see how it does tomorrow. Well, real quick, I wanted to tell some of you that are YouTube creators about this stand that I got, and it is really nice. You can do the overhead views, and it's on a flexible neck, so you can straighten it up and do a front face. But I got this on Walmart.com, and it was only $16, and it's very heavy and very sturdy. So if you're looking for a, what do you call it, a stand to make your videos, I do highly recommend this. It works great. So I just wanted to put that out there for you guys that are creators. And I know a lot of people are always saying, oh, I broke my tripod. So if you want to replace it, consider this as an option. Well, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. That's how I'm spending a relaxing Sunday at my house. I saved some of this big bubble wrap. I thought maybe I could wrap that around my winter sewing things. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes I save things like this as insulation. I need to stop saving so much stuff. Jars, cardboard boxes. Not that I have a hoard of them, but I have quite a few. So, alright, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.